This winter was one of the coldest on record for much of Canada and the United States. Roads iced over in Atlanta, Georgia, and the polar vortex brought snow to places that almost never see it. Despite the deep freeze for many in the eastern seaboard policy-making world, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, is sounding the alarm louder than ever. In their 32-volume, 2,610-page report, the United Nations body said we are more at risk than ever from global warming, saying Greenland's ice sheet could melt, forest fires could rage across the land, flooding could spread, and crops could fail, all because of trapped carbon dioxide, CO2, in the atmosphere. While many scientists and green movement leaders insist that we are in dire peril from global warming, that ocean levels will rise, that hurricanes will become more intense, all because of increased CO2 levels in our atmosphere, many scientists say we need to take a second look. For example, the United Kingdom Government Weather Office, the Met, says we haven't had an increase in average global temperature for 16 years. Now scientists say we need to explain this pause in global warming.
And I think the other thing that the hiatus in warming, the recent hiatus in warming, this pause, it shows us that CO2 is not a control knob that you can use to control the climate on short timescales. If it was, we would definitely see warming. So saying that the science is settled is very dangerous, not just for the science, but also for the public policy process. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that we don't understand, and we need to keep researching, and we need to acknowledge that there's uncertainty, ambiguity, and even ignorance in our understanding of all this. And once we embrace the uncertainty, if you will, then we're in a position to try to design more robust policy options that will, help reduce our vulnerability and not to destroy our economy, in the process of trying to implement them.
Dr. Curry is not alone. Professor Richard Lindzen, the Alfred P. Sloan Professor of Meteorology at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, says the planet has indeed warmed a little bit in the past century, but he doesn't expect imminent catastrophe. He says, quote, "The IPCC has truly sunk to a level of hilarious incoherence. They are proclaiming increased confidence in their models as the discrepancy between their models and the observations increase." I'm Chris Sims with the Sun News Network Special Report.